Hello everyone and welcome back to Cooking with Doc. Thank you everybody who has liked my last video, who has subscribed to the channel. I appreciate it. Muito, muito, muito. On to today's recipe. Let's not waste any time. It's simple, it's easy, it's tasty, it's warming, it's comforting, it's everything you need for this winter. And believe me when I say this, it's going to be the most delicious recipe that you will ever taste. Today, it's my beef and Guinness stew. You gotta love that sound. So, why use Guinness in a beef stew? Well, because it has a distinct bittersweet taste that adds richness and a depth of flavour that truly complements the meaty flavour of beef. And another reason, you get to drink the leftovers yourself. Cheers! So on to the preparation. First, you're going to want to just top and tail an onion. Split it in half and chop it into rough pieces. Then chop some carrots and celery in order to make your own Irish tricolour flag. Now I'm obviously using stewing beef today. Stewing beef comes in different forms and different varieties, no matter which supermarket or whichever butchers you go to. I like to get meat that has a good amount of fat, but also has bits of meat in it as well, because the fat will obviously tenderize, it'll break down, and it will make the meat stay juicy in the stewing process. Meat with too much sinew tends to scrunch up the meat and it squeezes all the juice, so you get a lovely tasting sauce and gravy at the end. However, your meat is left dry and chewy and it's not very palatable. So a nice balance. Ask your butcher, mainly chuck steak. Our first step is to remove all of this red juice that will gather at the end of a packet or a bag. If your butcher bags it for you, you want to get that. You want to dry your meat before you sear it. Now, once that's done, you want to get a pot, heat it up as good as you can, get it really nice and hot to sear that meat. Now that the oil in the pot is still hot, I'm going to add in all our veg, our carrots, onions and celery. Get them a nice brown colour. I also crushed 2 cloves of garlic. Just got a nice broom, took it off, take the skin off and the root in, and I'm also going to add that in and brown them off nicely. Now remember, with these vegetables, you don't want them to take on too much colour. You want them to get a nice brown tinge, but don't burn your onions or your garlic, because that will leave a very bitter taste in your stew. You just want to get them nicely coloured, just so that they'll add an extra bit of flavour to the stew. Next, you want to add your flavourings. So add in some dried mixed herbs and some fresh rosemary, which I picked from outside my backyard. Add back in your beef, add 1 each tablespoon of tomato puree and mix. And it's at this point here now that we add in the Guinness. So just nicely pour in, and it will come to the boil, of course, because it's really hot. That smells amazing already. Now let me just get you closer. This is what it's going to look like. I just got some beef stock here that I'm going to add in. I'm just going to top it up just so it comes past the beef and just give it a bit added flavor. Cook that out for 1.5 to 1 3/4 hours. For the last half an hour of cooking, make sure you take off the top of the pot. Time for me to taste, and here it goes. Stop the lights. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.